Hello and welcome. Yeah, we're good. Everything's great. There's always that moment of stress where something is going to implode, but this looks solid. I assume everybody can hear. If the players say a hearty hello, I think that can be heard as well.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
That was very hearty. Thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't decide between a hi and a hello, so it became a hi-low.
It worked with the flow because everybody
Perfect.
else said something different.
Mm.
All right, wonderful. Hello, my name is Bee Zelda. I am your fill-in host today for the Roll20 Indie Showcase. Today we are going to be demoing an absolutely wonderful game. If you were here for 2 minutes beforehand and you got to listen to some of that hype music, I hope that really set the tone for what this game is going to be because it's going to be amazing. So, we are playing the North Sea Epilogues, a role playing game by Kristen and Tim Devine. This is a game that was published by Garphill and Renegade Game Studios. It's amazing. So, why don't we go around? Give me an intro. Let me know who you are, what your pronouns are, where we can find you, and then we can talk about what wonderful Vikings y'all have made.
I'll start and we can go clockwise.
Thank
How's that?
you.
You're welcome. Hi, everyone. My name's Eugenio. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hands, formerly of the Burn Bright stream here on Roll20. Super excited to be back for Indie Game Showcase. You can find me on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands. And this evening, we'll talk about more about this later, but I will be playing the Viking. Oh, I lost her name. The Viking named Ragnhildur, a tracker in the clan. I'm very excited, but we'll talk more about that soon.
Excellent. Well then, I don't
Oh, I'm so
know.
sorry. I use he, him pronouns, and Ragnhildur uses she, her.
Thank you. I never know what direction clockwise is, so let's go,
Oh.
Miriam.
Hi. It is actually clockwise if I can look at the
Yes!
screen, so yay. Hi, I'm Miriam, and I will be playing the clan warrior Gunver, and both our pronouns are they, them. And I'm excited about playing this game for the first time.
Yeah. Where can we find you online if we so look?
Oh, right, that thing. You can find me on Twitter at media_junkie, and nowadays you can find me doing skulking around on Utopia, which is on Twitch. Yes, that thing.
This place.
This place.
Wonderful. Pranks.
Hey, I'm Pranks Paul. My pronouns are he, him. I will be playing Brynjar, who follows the path of the blacksmith, but not very hard. And his pronouns are also he, him. You can find me on Twitter, unfortunately, at RogueTLDR. That's like the thing, Rogue, and then TLDR. And I'm on two shows right now. One is Never Tell Me the Pods, where we periodically talk about Star Wars. And then the other one is Autonomic, which is an all ages fantasy podcast that I run with my good friend Kat Cool. And it's an Indo-Ecuadorian original fantasy world / mystery story / detective and, boarding school story. So, yeah.
What is that combination?
I think it's ADHD and autism is the combination.
Yep.
Because that's what both of us have. So, yeah.
Nope, that tracks. That's wonderful. Well then, last but not least, we have our fantastic designer.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I use she, her pronouns. I will be playing Folk, the Path of the Champion, uses he, him pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Kristen is no Jedi or at diceupgames.com. I'm also the producer of Powered by the Players, which is PBT Players on Twitter, which is an actual play podcast of all your favorite Powered by the Apocalypse games. And I also played Dawn on Christmastide, Ohio, which is a Kids on Bikes actual play that's just started, and it's fantastic.
I've been in love with Kids on Bikes lately. Just the system is fun.
It's such a good system.
It's
It
easy
is.
to get into, and y'all are dorky kids doing silly things, maybe solving mysteries, maybe creating more problems. Who knows?
Yep. Exactly.
I live for that. Excellent. Well then, everybody, welcome. I'm looking forward to this. So, let's go around and we're going to talk a little bit about these powerful and unique characters that you've created. For the purpose of this one shot, we will be using pre-generated characters, which we will have to describe in great detail because it's not put up in Roll20 just yet. Let's start with, is Folk the individual's name, or?
Mm-hmm.
Aw, I like that name. Tell me about Folk.
Sure. Folk, he follows the path of the champion, so he is a warrior and can be a leader. His heroic qualities is keen senses, and I like to think that he is so battle-worn that he can go onto a battlefield and kind of close his eyes and sense what is happening. I might be bringing in a little Lord of the Rings there, but I'm okay with that. His traits is he is loyal. I don't think he got this far in the clan and in life as a Viking without being loyal to his clansmen and clanswomen. And he is also fearless, like I imagine most champions would be. Motivation, to see my clan rise in fame among the neighboring settlements.
Ooh. How do you typically try to go about that motivation?
I think by doing anything possible to build the clan up, by building reputation, by being the most outlandish in battles, by talking up our treasure and our lore. Just, I think he's boastful. So maybe Folk is not humble. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
This is what we're coming to. Excellent.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. I'm just gonna fix one of our overlays. Sorry. Well, Miriam, you get double pronouns. I was gonna okay, hold on. Group, team.
Yes.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Yes, we're here.
I can't cover up the he him. If I make the they them very big, I can do it.
I kind of love that.
Okay, I really
Sure.
just needed
But
validation.
it's not my pronouns, so that's up to Miriam.
It's
Fair.
all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's honestly okay, because I'd like to get into the game and not focus so much on the sort of
The logistics.
issues,
Fair.
the logistics.
Perfect.
I'm gonna call this wonderful. Excellent. All right, so we've got this the opposite of humble champion named Folk.
Mhm.
I'm really hyped for what they can offer to this clan. Tell me a little bit about, ooh gosh, so y'all, I'm not sure if I have the ability to pronounce a lot of these names. Ragnhildur?
Yes. It was perfect.
Mhm.
Uh,
It's a gift.
Yes,
Bee. It's a
absolutely. Ragnhildur. She follows the path of the tracker. So she is more than just a hunter for the clan. She really is sort of the outlander, the wilderness explorer and survivalist. She has a few animal buddies out in the wilderness when she goes out on some missions that she has made friendly with.
What's the name of one
and-
of them? This is really what I have to
well,
focus on.
No, and I it's good that you focus on it. She doesn't tell many people their names because at her very core, she's kind of a softie for the animals.
Aw.
So there's a particular woodland cat that she has named Pounce. But she doesn't she just tells, if anyone asks in the clan what the cat's name is or if the cat has a name, she just says that he's too fierce to be named.
Of course.
I love it.
She does have the heroic quality, which is one of the things on our character sheet, of leadership to start out with. So I think when she is not away and exploring, I think she is one of the folks that people sort of look to in the clan. I don't think there's any one individual, but I think she's one of the people that the clan looks to for bigger decisions and things like that. She, much like our friend Folk, she definitely wants to wants to advance the cause of the clan, but the way that she wants to do that is to go exploring, to see where else the clan might move or might be able to influence. She longs to constantly explore, whether that's by horseback or by sea. And she's also, she may not admit this either, but like she does mind a bit of adventure every now and again, which is also quite the motivating factor when she goes out to the wilderness.
I think that's really fascinating that you do hold this heroic quality of leadership. Like, how do people perceive, or how do other folks perceive you when you're just not around most of the time?
Yeah, I think it's because, you know, two things. One, when I am around, I'm very sort of decisive. You know, I can come up with well, I think it's a clever plan. I don't know what other people think. But anyway, I can come up with a plan or an answer for things very quickly. And I sort of can, you know, most times they're pretty decent plans and I stick to them. The other thing is that when I come back from my forays in the wilderness, there's almost always something that I bring back to contribute to the clan. And just sort of that sort of tangible example of advancement for the clan sort of puts me at a, earned or not, at a certain sort of perceived status level. I will also say that she doesn't like, I don't want to say she doesn't like people. She's perfectly fine with her own clan's folk, I guess. She's not a big fan of outsiders, though. She has trusted and been burned in the past. And so, you know, a lot of the things that she does, a lot of the decisions that she makes are very for the good of the clan, regardless of whether that's to the detriment of others, which I think is sometimes seen as like a particularly strong trait for her, whether or not it's, you know, always the best.
I mean, it's stubborn, but...
I mean, yes.
Excellent. Brynjar or Brynjar?
I was going to go with Brynjar.
I love that.
Yeah, so Brynjar, in contrast to some of his colleagues, definitely a coward. A giant coward in more than one way, in that he is a giant and he's also a coward. His heroic quality, if you really want to call it that, is workmanship. And he's kind of, he's tempered this quality by staying home a lot and being around a fire. And he's just a nerd who likes to listen to the Skald songs and sit at home. And he believes that the outside is a necessary evil. So he's very glad that Ranilder is, am I saying that right? Sure. Okay.
Sure.
Ranilder is there to go outside because the outside is the most terrifying thing. So he'll often wait at the walls to greet her when she comes back and ask what kinds of threats there are outside, if she's seen anything. And she's also very useful to him because she has very good eyesight. So when he builds, the thing he's into right now are towers. He's just building towers everywhere so that you can see threats from because he tried building walls and then he realized that walls don't help when there are birds. So in case there's an aerial threat, you need to build towers so that you can reach the birds as well. So I think I've already said what his flaws are.
I didn't hear a single flaw. I don't know.
Same.
He has a hammer the hammer's name is Diffidence, like denting things. And his shield's name is Temperance. And he really he wants to go home. He wants to go home and stay home. So.
Gosh, heck, and like your clan's always moving you about from town to town. They're just like looking for trouble, looking for goods, and then they got a drag.
The only thing that distinguishes our clan is where we live. So I don't know why we ever go anywhere. It doesn't make any sense to him.
I guess I have a very important question about your workmanship.
Oh no.
How do others perceive the work that you do?
So the reason that they put up with me is because I have exquisite workmanship.
There it is.
Otherwise, my personality flaws would be too much for most people.
You know, there's been many a meeting where they've discussed, like, do we kick him? Is it like, do we just send him on a boat and kick the boat away? Well, you know, but
well, I mean, good luck getting him on a boat, first of all.
Oh, no. Good to know. Well then, we've got Gunvor. Is that the preferred pronunciation?
Yep.
Excellent.
I mean, I kind of married into the clan. I specifically married Ragnhilder's sister, Muffinhilder. who I affectionately call Muffy
Ah, Muffy.
occasionally.
All right, Muffy's an NPC.
And actually my name was Governor, but nobody people kept pronouncing it Gunver. I was like, cool, yeah, sure, let's just go with that.
Was the celebration, was it held at this clan for your marriage? Because you were being married into it, and how was it? How was that for you and your heroic qualities?
Well, so the marriage was very quick because we had to go into another battle. So it was basically okay, do you want to be with this person? Sure. Do you want to be with this person? Sure. Cool. Now you're married.
Here's your sword.
And then off we went, raiding.
That's beautiful. Truly.
But my character is from the Path of the Warrior, and I'm pretty much very quick. I'm a decisive person, and I trust my gut, and I make very quick decisions, and it hasn't done me wrong yet, like deciding to get married to this clan in like 2 minutes after raiding it. I just saw this.
Yep. Viking stuff.
A longbow wedding.
Yes, a longbow wedding. With consent.
Mm-hmm.
We had that whole thing where we each held, one person held the bow, the other knocked the arrow. That sort of a wedding.
I'm really enjoying the multiple interpretations of this. Heck.
But here's my thing, because I'm such a quick, decisive person, I tend to kind of not spend too much time actually hanging around, and I just kind of move on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And luckily, this clan also moves with me, so as I move, they move, and I just keep making those decisions. And as long as glory on the battlefield.
Glory on the battlefield. I dig it. And do you think you've acquired a hefty amount of glory on these multiple battlefields that you've waged wars upon? Do you feel like this is a motivation you've accomplished, more or less? Does it still keep you going?
I think I definitely have enough that I could probably retire comfortably, but it's just the way of the warrior. Sitting still doesn't sit right with me. I don't, it's one of those things, I don't fear death, but I don't want to die either. It's sort of like I go in with I will go out the way I came. Shouting.
Yes. Have you and Brynjar ever had a conversation, and how poorly did it go? Oh, you are very muted, Pranks.
Oh, I imagine we talk when I have to fix your weapons, right?
Yep. I was like, hey, you're good with weapons. Can you fix this? Okay, thanks, bye.
That suits me just fine. If they want to just leave their weapons in a pile in front of my hut, they're great. As long as I don't have to go out and retrieve them, excellent.
You've got a little drop box set up. Maybe there's a rope tied to it where you can just wheel it into your house and you push the box back out. You seem resourceful in that way. All right. Wonderful. We have met all of our fantastic folks. I'd love to say the word folks, and we have a character named Folk. So I'm sorry if I keep pinging you, verbally.
Maybe you're the what is it? Not the, what is it when it's the town elder, or at least the person with enough prestige to be the elder? I don't want to age you. And that's why we're all folks. Our last name is Folk.
I'm here for this.
We were all just of you at some point. I mean, you do have a magnificent beard. I will ask for physical descriptions once we get this going, but you can utilize as much or as little as your pre-gen offers. All right. We are going to be running a... Oh, what do you call adventures that were already made? Adventures?
Adventures?
Yeah, thank you. We are going to be running an adventure called The Case of the Shattered Axe. by Megan Dornbrock. This is an adventure for all ages and many heroes, so that's kind of the tone that we can expect. This is by no means going to be something where we are decapitating all of the heads of our enemies. If you would so like to decapitate one head of one enemy, we will allow it, but we'll keep the whole thing PG-13 if possible. Are we all ready?
I think so.
Yep.
It is the height of the midsummer celebrations, and though many of the greatest warriors are away on raids, the usual festivities are proceeding in earnest. The neighboring clan, the Grey Wolf clan, have extended invitations to your Jarl, and I feel like we're getting vibes that folk might be of Jarl status, or perhaps
Yarr.
Would you like to be a Jarl, or do you just want to say
Oh, no.
Jarl?
I just want to say yarr.
Okay. However, there have been invitations that were extended to whomever would prefer to be the Jarl, or a Jarl can just be that homie who's got power within your clan. So you have all been invited, and your newly forged alliance and friendship with this clan is a little tenuous. There were no bow and arrow weddings this time, but nonetheless, a lot of fast, hasty decisions had been made. In fact, all of you are a little eager for these festivities. Brynjar, you know that there is going to be an axe of fables beyond imagining, an axe of such power that you might have to step outside of whatever you call home to just gaze upon this fabled weapon.
Well, if nothing else, I can't let it be used against us, so we have to get to it first.
Oh.
It's an external threat, so it needs to be taken care of.
I mean, this is a place of celebrations. The axe is going to be displayed by the other Jarl. As is tradition when two neighboring clans meet up, there's either bow and arrow weddings, or there's some kind of festivities. And since there are no raids going on, we've opted for the festivals this time. Now, we all know that there are stories of this axe that date back further than even the elders of your clan can remember. Y'all have been hearing folk tell stories of this axe since you were babies. And to be able to finally witness this fabled weapon, this is truly momentous. This axe has in fact been passed from from Jarl to Jarl within the Grey Wolf clan, felling enemies in games, splitting timber for the finest boats, and giving rise to more than one song in its honor. Surely this will be a celebration to remember. So, it is the midsummer celebration. I imagine it's a little hot. We've got the sound of cicadas in the background, the buzzing, the bees, they're bebopping around, bothering you. I think we did discuss that Vikings are, in fact, very hygienic. So we don't have to worry about anything there. Y'all might just smell wonderful, maybe like some seawater, a little bit fishy, but that's okay. You work with what you have. There's going to be a day before the true celebrations start. Brynjar, with your perceived threat, perhaps this is something you might want to impress upon folk, that this is an axe that you cannot let your enemies possess for too long. But you all possess the information that this axe will be displayed on the axe throwing contest tomorrow morn as soon as the sun rises. What? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, what kind of preparations would you like to do for this festivities? Is there anything that you would like to do tomorrow? Are there any investigations you think you need to check out?
Yeah, so the first thing I was going to do is try to dig a tunnel to their town. But then once I realized that this axe was going to be here, my plans changed. So I'm still digging a tunnel.
Okay.
But I just don't know to where yet. But the important thing is to get folk on my side, I guess in more ways than one, so that I can have someone watching my back and also have someone relatively charismatic to explain what it is I'm doing. Because as much as I love Gunvor is not always around. So it's important that I make friendships with folk so that somebody who's good at talking to people can explain my behavior. So.
All right. Opening scene. Brynjar, what are you using to dig this hole?
Oh, I have a average axe, so I figured I can use that and my average shovel and dig an average tunnel.
Yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a daunting task. There's like 60 feet between you and the enemy camp. Like, it's not incredibly far, but you look at
Enemy.
the shovel.
So we agree. An enemy is just a friend who. Hold on, I'll figure this one out.
You got time?
A friend is just a pre-enemy, is what I meant to say.
Nailed it. All right, so if my understanding is correct, I'm gonna have you roll that d20, and we will apply your what attribute and what skill are you utilizing for this?
Yeah, so I guess I am going to be. So craft doesn't necessarily make sense, even if I'm crafting a tunnel here. I'd say I'm using like athletics just to dig, because that's pretty much. Like, I'm not trying to be particularly stealthy about it. People generally see what I do, and I do it out in the open.
Yep,
it's just
daytime.
that most people, it's daytime. Most people don't ask questions because there's Brynjar up to his old stuff again.
They're just happy to see you outside, honestly.
It is nice for me to be outside, and I'm only outside because there's a celebration. Or there will be soon.
Tomorrow.
So I'm going to be rolling athletics, which I have 1 rank in, and my body is 3. So I'll be adding 4, and then. Do I have a shovel? I mean, it's not on my list here, but I guess I don't have the specific tool to dig this, right?
No, we'd be utilizing your what is an average axe you had?
Yeah, I mean, I have an average axe, but I would never use it for this because that's that would be I risk damaging it.
If you can describe to me the most ornate shovel that you've created, I will let you have that shovel with a +1.
So it's a shovel that's disguised as a walking stick so that I can secretly use it to shovel and no one will realize.
How?
Because the very end of it is a very small shovel, comes to a shovel point. So like I walk and go like that. Almost all of my tools are this way, actually. They have a dual purpose. I'm a little paranoid. All right, so where do I roll? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this interface yet.
Yeah, no worries. On Roll20.
Yeah.
Actually, we're going to multitask. We're going to bring everybody over to the Roll20 side. Oh, no. Hold on.
While you do that, let me ask, what are the odds that Ragnhildur would not only see you, Brynjar, but also know what you were doing? Because quite frankly, she's kind of paranoid too when it comes to other clans.
This is hardly the first tunnel we've collaborated on.
Okay, then I'm absolutely going to help you with this. I think this is a great idea. I don't trust these gray wolves because they're not us.
Yeah.
And I'm for sure going to do that. So I'm going to spend a grit and assist you to lower the difficulty level of your digging challenge.
And I should point out, I'm not digging just anywhere in their camp. I'm trying to dig near the axe.
Okay.
Cool.
There's absolutely an entire tent dedicated to the axe with like a cage display made out of the bones of their enemies.
Yeah, like you do.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
So, I don't know what to do with those numbers. Hey, Kristen. How? I'm just going to refer this to the GM sheet.
Oh, I clicked too many times. Whoops.
Yeah, you clicked a handful of times. Which one?
Oh, that's so many times.
Okay. That's okay.
many times.
We'll just take all those rolls, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They're all pretty decent. So I'm not
At least I got my 30 out of the way.
I mean, I deadass needed a 15, and the last roll's a 16. Not that I'm opposed to you digging a hole to the enemy tent, but that might shift a lot of things. So, what does this hole look like with you and your helper, and how are you helping?
I think Ragnhildur is not super willing to be in the enclosed space of the tunnel with Brynjar. So I think I am helping by sort of moving the dirt out sort of toting that so that he doesn't have to worry about that, and just sort of helping to, like, as he digs, take that out of the tunnel.
And maybe covering the entrance, since you seem like the kind of person who'd be really good at hiding stuff too.
Oh yeah, once you're about halfway and it takes a little longer in between loads of dirt, I'm just, we will have chosen a very out of the way place in our camp in the first place for this to start. But then also just, moving some supply crates and maybe an animal skin. You know.
And then do you move those out of the way every time you come up with more dirt?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Because like the added trouble to me to move those things back and forth is totally worth keeping this tunnel a secret from basically everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my follow-up, because with this daunting success that you had, it was more to you've accomplished this tunnel. You've tunneled to the tent. But I don't know about how stealthy it might be towards the what do we call them? The Grey Wolves. I don't want to call them your enemies. They are your homies. They are your friends.
Well,
There is
depends
a-
on who you ask.
For now.
There is a friendship. No rivals right now.
Okay.
Frenemies.
Frenemies.
Enemies.
Except without the friend part. What?
These poor gray wolves.
I know. I feel bad. Ragnhildur does not.
No, nor should she.
No.
I guess we're just not part of their pack.
I guess.
True. It's true. Miriam, I missed you.
Yeah, they're terrible pets.
I mean,
It's my favorite.
Yes.
Sorry, my elbow is currently being chomped on by Bounce.
Pounce.
Oh,
Oh,
pounds.
dang it, Pounce.
So vicious.
Leave
So
them alone.
vicious. All right, Brynjar, to kind of finish off this one roll, can you describe to me exactly how the two of you burst out into this tent? Because this tent is in fact guarded by a little old lady who is sitting on a tree stump that was already inside of this tent. So them and this cage with the axe will be there to greet you. But I'm just curious about your emergence.
Yeah. So, I mean, just before we jump out of this hole, I look directly at my pal, and we exchange a knowing glance. And we don't say anything. And I jump out of the hole and shout, "Axe inspectors! Show me all of your axes!"
Oh
Well,
dear!
That wasn't what
Oh
I thought
my.
the glance meant. Okay.
Little old lady, hold her heart? I don't know. Who by Thor are you?
Brynjar.
We didn't request an axe inspection. That's not until after the competition.
It's an inspection. They're supposed to be secret.
What skill you got?
Not great. So let's see. I have no awareness or focus or insight or survival. I have a decent influence. You know what? We're going to try influence here, and I'm going to spend 2 of my grit to try to sell this.
Or prank, sorry to interrupt. Do you have any story elements like your heroic quality, your traits, your flaws, motivation? You can
Yes.
use one of those to lower the difficulty level by 1.
I appreciate that. So, Kristen, I'm going to look at the axe, and I'm going to say something about the axe that needs maintenance and explain that it's great that I got here in time because the axe will not be ready for the celebration. And it wouldn't have been if I hadn't done the surprise inspection. So can I roll that or try workmanship?
This old
I'm
lady
really
is
stretching myself here by talking to a stranger danger.
True.
So I'm going to roll intellect, or no, craft. I'm going to roll craft and my mind stat and try to talk my way out of this.
Okay.
So it's a +5. Ragnhildur, are you going to help me with this? It is totally fine if you don't want to. I'm not trying to guilt you here. I kind of went off. This is me prank sucking. I kind of went off and jumped off and did something. So I don't know what your opinion is. If you want to hold back for backup, if you want to pretend you don't know me.
Oh, I am for sure still in the hole.
Got it. Got it. Love it. Gonna go ahead and roll now. Hopefully,
the
just
tunnel
once.
the tunnel has been built. What happens to you may or may not be to the good of the clan, but the tunnel is there.
True.
Plus, if things go bad, I'll come rescue you later with our friends, with Folk and
Yeah,
Governor.
of course you will.
Gunver.
Yeah.
I know, not
Maybe the
governor.
first time. Governor.
Governor.
So I'm rolling a
Governor?
d20 and then I'm adding 5 to it. And I think I do want to spend my grit to try to sell this.
Ooh.
So I'll spend 2 of my grit to decrease the difficulty. I don't know if you said B what the difficulty was, but
I left it at difficult. Kristen, do I give specific numbers when I'm deciding a difficulty? Because my range is within, like, I can do 10 to 14, and, like, in my
Right.
brain, it's 12. Is that...
Right. Yes. Typically, you would say a 12, or, well, I guess you could give a range. It's helpful, I think, to have it be one number,
Yeah.
because especially if you get into like the impossible range, that helps the player decide, do I want to rethink this, or challenge accepted and go through with it anyway. So
Yes.
yes.
Okay, it's gonna be a 12 then.
okay, then I'm not going to spend grit because I think I have a decent shot. I said.
As he ends up with a 3.
Oh, so that's what did we end up with? A 20? 20, 21.
Wait. You rolled.
Oh no,
you ended
that's
up with
not
a
good.
6.
That's not good. That's not what I wanted at all.
No, sir.
I think just by 1.
So close.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
The lag gave me so much hope.
Oh, false success.
Oh my goodness. This. So what do you articulate? Is it just
Good thing I'm here.
the elderly woman gets up from her tree stump and lets her hand fall down to her side? She starts swirling that hand, and you can see dark mist surround it. Now, we won't have any, and she looks you up and down, enemies causing bad luck here. And with her soothsaying witch powers, she's going to sprinkle this mist upon you. You are now cursed. Bless you. You are now cursed, and anything you participate in this festival will end poorly.
I knew it! I'm gonna turn around and like get stuck in the tunnel and like try to scrabble my way down there.
Do you need help, Sonny?
I'm fine. And then I start like kicking my legs, kind of Winnie the Pooh style, as I try to get farther down the tunnel.
I'm going to fill it in. Don't worry about. I mean, you're cursed forever. Ooh. And she starts to kick in some dirt.
It's a nice old lady. Reinhilder, I'm stuck again.
Curse you while blessing you.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. Ragnhilder is so I had already started to like basically take the shield that I have and sort of wedge it in the tunnel, assuming that Brynjar was A, going to be captured, and that B, that soothsaying witch was probably going to try and fill in the tunnel. So I wanted to create like a barrier to keep as much of it unfilled as possible. But then Brynjar gets like let go, and now I have to move it out of the way and yank on Brynjar. It's
a process.
Typical.
Put your back into it, please.
But what? And I will yank as indelicately as possible to just sort of get a nice popping sound when he pops all the way through the edge of the,
You're
the end of
not
the
sure
hole.
if it's his shoulder or if that was just him coming through the hole.
Right.
It could be two things.
You'll be fine.
So I have bad news and bad news. Do you want the bad news first?
I want you to go back to camp while I set this up, and then you can give me the bad news. Okay. You should let Folk and Gunver know too, since they were going to presumably be coming with us to this festival.
But not to the tunnel.
Well, no, probably not. I don't know that they'd think it
But
was
because the
best
tunnel's a
ideas.
really bad idea now.
No, the tunnel was an excellent idea. The execution at the end of the tunnel was
No,
less than
it's a
desirable.
bad idea now. It was a great idea before we failed.
We get back to camp.
So I, on my hands and knees, scrabble back to camp.
Great.
You're a mess too, you know?
Whole mess. I love it.
Covered in dirt, like covered in this like dusty mist. It might have literally just been ash from a fireplace. But like
All I know is I'm allergic to it, and I don't think that's the curse. I think that's just normal seasonal allergies.
there's a good chance. Your eyes
That's
are
why I don't go
very
outside.
itchy.
Yeah, I don't go outside for this.
So itchy.
I developed no tolerance to like evil curse dust magics. So
It's not easy to do that, you know?
yeah.
Well, Governor and Folk, what
Governor.
kind of
Sorry.
preparations? It has to be your name. I can't.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did establish it, so it's all good.
That's what it is in my head now. Any pre-festivities? Any preparations?
Yeah, I think considering there is a competition for throwing axes, I am working my left arm and my right arm both, so I can just go. And Muffy's there being my cheerleader and moving targets for me and stuff like that. And yeah, that's my sort of preparation at the moment. And I hear some commotion where I saw my two friends go, and I'm like, ugh, they're gonna be digging again, aren't they?
Again.
How many times have I told them you need to take a lantern in with you because it's so dark and you need a light at the end of that tunnel? Oh, you know I was gonna make that joke.
Oh. I mean, you've been tossing puns in our chat this whole time too.
That's their specialty.
Oh, it is. It is. All right. Can you give me a? It's gonna be an 18. There is Muffy, who's holding on to one of your targets. What are Muffy's pronouns? Sorry.
Muffy, she, her.
Okay. She's holding on to these two posts with like poorly painted targets, and the goal is she wants. This is
Like googly eyes and a X.
poorly.
like-
Yes, poorly. Like it was drippy, but like it's a target. And she wants you to hit them. This is going to be the ultimate practice. If you can hit 2 simultaneous moving targets with your axes, then you are ready for that festival.
Yes. I think it's definitely an athletics check. So I would be using my athletics and body for a 4 to it, and I'm using my good axe.
What's good
because
about
that's-
this axe?
Well, it's the newest one that Brynjar has made for me yet. So I'm literally kind of like breaking into them. So I think that adds a +1 to that, so that would be a 5 to the roll.
Yeah.
All right. Let's.
Oh my
let's-
gosh, yeah.
Ooh.
Wow. What does this look like, and how impressed is Muffy?
Yeah, so I do the whole kind of like almost flapping my wings, getting them like doing my warm-up exercises, and then I just throw it and it like spins in the air multiple times and perfectly lands on the target. And Muffy is just sort of like it almost it's so hard that it actually breaks through the target but
love
doesn't
that.
hit Muffy.
Of course.
Like
not.
it's and it's like she is incredibly impressed.
This is huge. A lot of folks in this clan have been practicing that move, but that is no easy task. She's very impressed, and like there's probably like I was gonna say some polite clapping, but let's be real.
Golf clapping.
It's aggressive cheering and like hoots and hollers. Maybe like some people are banging on their horns against their horn holders.
Some scalds are letting out like this killer riff.
Yes, absolutely. So all of this commotion is going on, Folk.
Mhm.
What have you been up to?
Folk will probably come out of their tent, hut.
You decide.
Hut. I like hut. When hearing all of the, hooting and hollering and banging against shields and such. But before that, he was making sure that he had his arm rings on and that his weapons were ready and sharpened and shined, and that his long gray beard was braided and he is ready to go. And then hears all the commotion and comes outside. And as Folk also has an axe, I think he was planning to participate as well. I'm not sure how his practicing has been going, but I think even if it's been going well, he's probably a little intimidated by, although he didn't see it, clearly something impressive happened because these are Vikings. We throw axes at things all the time. So it takes something special to get a cheer from us.
So is it that I see you come out and I thought you see it and I'm sort of like almost pointing my next axe at you, not necessarily in a threatening, but it's like, did you see that?
Yes. And I think Folk just kind of like raises an eyebrow and then ducks back in as if they're super unimpressed. They're impressed.
This is probably a good time that Brynjar would have been able to arrive back amidst some celebrations that have absolutely nothing to do with you or anything you've made. Weird.
I turn around and I see like one of the axes that I made buried in a target. And I kind of cringe and say, "You're going to dull the point that way." And I resist the urge to like pick up the axe again. And I turn back to my pal. I say, "Okay, so here's the problem. The problem is that we got all the way into the tunnel where the axe was kept, but there was an enemy on the other side, and she threw allergens at me and said I was cursed. This is a real one. It's real this time."
And Ragnhildur will come up out of the tunnel behind him and say, "It is, I mean, presumably there was more than just allergens, but he's right. I heard it."
Yeah. So what are we going to do about this?
Well, we must make the witch take it back.
And
I start marching towards the tunnel.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I appreciate Gunvar's decisiveness and dedication to the plan that they came up with in that moment. But I think I'll sort of run over to the hole and say, or excellent plan, truly marvelous, just right there off the tip of your tongue. Or we could just make sure that Brynjar doesn't compete at the festival, which, to be quite honest, probably was going to happen anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Me around all those weapons? It sounds dangerous.
But isn't a curse on one of us a curse on us all?
Gunvor makes a very good point.
Oh, I hope not. I didn't think about that. You're right. We must get the witch to take it back.
Wait, let me go throw another target. If this happened after I... Yes. And I go and I try to throw another...
My respect for Gunvor is growing. Just like decisive.
Yeah.
I like it.
Decisive goes into tunnels in front of me.
Those are fantastic traits.
That's leadership.
Right.
Yes.
Very specific qualities that you look for when you're.
Very specific qualities I can admire from over here.
All right. What was my difficulty before? Is it a moving? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was your earlier roll. Is it a moving target this time? Are you aiming for just one of the
I'm aiming for the same target. So
Muffy holding a target running around?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no, I think Muffy's standing still, but still, like, it's the same target. I'm just basically, can I repeat the action?
Gotcha. All right. So you're trying to throw an axe on top of an axe?
Ooh,
I
no!
guess.
Oh, next to it. Governor, next to it.
Next to it. Let me change the preposition. Next to it.
Okay. If you can get over a 20, it will be on top of that axe, but I'm only going to ask for a 16 to hit right next to it.
Okay. So
whatever ability or attribute you think is most applicable. That's next to
I went
it.
with athletics. Yeah, it's a 15 total.
You did it. It wobbles a little bit, and there's a moment where it's like, was there even enough strength to go into that? But it sticks. It does stick.
I have a puzzled look on my face because I don't know whether it means I'm cursed because I didn't repeat the same thing again, or whether I'm not cursed because it still hit the target. And you can see gears turning very strongly.
Muffy definitely comes over and just like gently, like gentle head pats, like, it'll be okay. Don't think too hard. We can solve this one together. We can.
I immediately go up to where the targets are and check both axes for damage.
Oh, they're not doing well.
I'll get my portable blacksmith kit.
Yep. What does that look like?
It looks a lot like a flint.
Oh yeah.
It looks a lot like a flint and like a bunch of like little totems that I carry when I'm nervous. That's my portable blacksmith kit.
What totem?
Because I know I can't do anything on the go, so.
So it's to self-soothe, if anything?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this has officially gone from a good axe to an average axe, in my opinion, which is horrible. Horrible craftsmanship.
Very dull. Very, very dull now.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a chip in one of the Celtic knots. Are those Vikings? I feel like I just said two different words. Are they? Yeah. Whatever designs you've done, there's some chips in there.
On the hilt?
They're very nice.
Yes. Also,
I'm also covered in purple glitter, because that's what the dust was, and so I still have purple glitter all over me.
Oh
It's a
God,
look.
then we were all cursed. It's all over all of us.
Yeah,
Then.
exactly. Yeah.
I see
And there's
a
no
couple,
way to get rid of it.
I see a couple on my hand, and I'm like, I'm cursed!
No.
I think Folk comes out but sees some of this glitter and is very careful to step to the side of it while asking, what's going on?
We went to get a closer look at the axe. We repurposed the tunnel that I always dig before these celebrations.
Yes.
I wanted to dig the tunnel to the center of our frenemy camp, and it turns out that's where the axe that could be turned against us and kill us all is. So I figured I would go there and find out what was going on, but there was this nice old lady there who sneezed a bunch of allergens on me, and then now I'm sneezing and I'm covered in purple specks, and she said I was cursed already, which isn't a big deal, frankly, to me, because I've always felt like I was cursed, but now it's official, which is actually kind of nice. But my main problem is that now this curse has been spread to Gunvor, and it could be spread to the entire village. So, I mean, I don't think that it's contagious, but who really knows? Like, you saw Gunvor's axe didn't quite hit the target. So, and I'm not saying anything. It could also be my craftsmanship. I don't want to have a big ego about this, but, you know.
Okay. Folk takes a big step back, just in case it's contagious.
And it's in my hair.
Yeah. Well, let me try. I have no dust on me. Let me try to hit the target, and we'll see how far the curse has indeed spread.
And I didn't make your axe, because your axe is only an average axe.
Yes, I was thinking that my axe broke in our last battle, and I'm having to use an enemy axe I picked up on the way out of that battle, and you haven't had time yet with all the tunnel digging to craft me a wonderful new axe. So
and also you didn't tell me.
wait list.
You didn't tell me you were using an enemy axe, because I would go ballistic, obviously.
Yes, obviously. Yeah. It's another axe from another clansman.
Right.
So I'm gonna try B to hit the same target
right.
to see how far this curse has spread.
15 to hit next to it, 20 to hit the mark. I believe in you and your axe powers.
And my axe powers. Is this right?
Wow.
I don't.
Oh, wait.
31? Oh, it's because you rolled
Wait,
two
no,
d20s.
that's two of them.
No,
Whoa.
no. I was gonna say not. No, that's. I
But the
did
first
something.
one was a 17, so
I did
that's
something
good.
incorrect
It's a
there.
good start.
Okay.
We've all been
Okay.
there.
Oh gosh.
Sorry
yeah.
about that, Bee. So will the 17 hit?
Absolutely.
Or do you want me to re-roll?
It's up to you. The 17 hits next to it.
You add anything to your roll, Kristen?
Yeah.
I do add a 1.
No.
So there we go. So it hits next to it. Does it stick?
Not as well. It's
Okay.
like just the tip of it is in, and it
Okay.
looks ready to fall if just like a breeze hits it.
Okay. So Folk addressing everyone says, well, obviously the curse is starting to spread, as that is not the normal throw that I would have.
And I'm so agitated right now. I can't even tell that you threw the wrong kind of axe.
Yeah.
I'm just like picking glitter out of my hair.
Yeah.
It's getting on your
this-
hands.
Yeah.
We must find a way to get rid of this curse before the celebrations begin.
And now that it's on my hands, who knows if everything I make from now on will have purple allergens on it? This is why I don't go outside. There's glitter everywhere.
Do
This
we
one-
have it? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was
Go
gonna say at this point I pull out the 2 axes I throw and pull out the one that Folk also and hand it back to Folk. And I say, "Huh, this looks familiar," and wander.
I quickly put it back in my belt and say, yes, I borrowed it from another clansman until a better one can be made.
I'm not even aware of this.
Yeah, we don't we don't need more panic.
More panic, as though that were possible.
Does our clan have a soothsayer witch lady?
Good call.
Oh, she died.
Well, only
in
if
the
we
last,
have.
They always die.
last raid.
Her apprentice,
Oh,
just
no.
really wasn't ready to take
Oh,
over.
gosh, no.
It's
Yeah.
been a
It
whole
wasn't
mess.
a full
Poisoned a few
idea.
people. It wasn't good.
Let's make the soothsayer our soothsayer, and then she can't curse us anymore.
Oh, that's interesting.
We can bring her over.
What if she sees it coming? Because she's a soothsayer.
Well,
Okay,
then
wait.
she'll know that we have a
Then
good
we know-
offer.
and then we know she's a good soothsayer if she sees it coming.
Okay, I can't really argue with that, Lodger.
To the tunnels, my friends!
The tunnel. I only had time to dig one.
To the tunnel, my friend!
Does Ragnhilder, does she follow?
No.
She is a leader type, and there are folks around her leading, and like I don't know if they are leading the way that she wants to be led. So
Yeah, no. I mean, look, she's happy to let them go where they want to go, but she favors a multi-pronged approach should something go wrong, which really was her mistake in the first place, in going with Brynjar and not having a second avenue covered. I think she will, as you all start, or as whoever starts heading for the tunnel, she's gonna turn back to the targets and just like look around to make sure no one's watching and just see if she's cursed or if she thinks she's cursed.
Yeah.
So she's gonna really quickly like what does she have? She's gonna take out her good bow because that's her main weapon. So she's gonna use that to try and like hit some obscenely difficult target that she
Yeah.
knows she can hit.
Ask
Maybe.
your sister to stand still.
Hold it
He
above your
probably
head.
knows better, my sister, at this point. This is how I learned to get so good, but like she has some scars.
Oh yeah.
Stargate girl.
Yeah.
The
Gracious.
Tarjay girl.
Gracious.
Tarjay.
So I'll use my ranged skill to hit this, like a tiny knot on a tree, like, a ways away.
Okay, let's see. How difficult do I want this? I think it's a little extreme.
I mean, it is.
Let's go with 22.
Oh, okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Great.
I'm loving this dice system now that I've got like a down pack. I
Yeah.
think the ante just feels like it's that much
Gives
more
you some power.
intense. Yeah.
Love it.
Intense, yeah.
So I'm gonna use ranged, and I have a good bow, which is I love the rating system for this equipment, by the way. It makes me very happy. Good at average, it's great. So I have a good bow, which gives me an additional +1 to when I use it. So I'm gonna be adding 5 to this one. So let's see. I'm so nervous.
I know.
Ah! Yay!
Dang.
Okay.
Dang.
So convinced, so, fires this bow just right in the center of the knot, and I, sort of nod and go and retrieve my arrow, and confident that I have not been, in fact, cursed. Somehow I managed to avoid the curse. I'm just going to go to the Grey Wolf camp as, someone attending the festival, but definitely try and make my way towards, at least in the direction of the Axe hut, as soon as possible.
Okay. As the three of you, who's in the lead? Is it probably Brynjar? You are the biggest boy, so you just create the cave with your bod.
No, I'm not in the lead.
I think I was in the lead because I was to the tunnel.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Actually, if anything, I'm gonna follow Renylder because they've already seen, the witch has already seen me.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't I follow him in the knot tunnel way? Doesn't that make more sense? Rather than doing the exact same thing, I'm asking someone with tactical knowledge here.
Oh,
I'm not that. Refer to your team.
Pranks can decide that does or doesn't make sense, but Brynjar might not. He's inclined not to do the same thing twice, especially after the first time he did it got him covered in purple glitter. So.
do we think that perhaps we would be better received if we went in the more traditional way and not through the tunnel? All of us.
Possibly.
Unless one of us wants to wait in the tunnel, because I don't know that the soothsayer, unless she's a really good soothsayer, she might not have seen the tunnel. So
Them going through it again?
That's true. She would never.
she would never expect it. Yeah.
But then is she a good soothsayer then?
I mean,
Well,
at that point, she's amazing.
Yes, if she knows someone's in the tunnel, we have to get her over to our side. We'll have to discuss our comp package and benefits.
Right.
So here's the thing. I tend to think with my head, as in I go
Sure.
head first.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is you want to hide in the tunnel.
That's fine. Gunvor can hide in the tunnel, and then at least two of us can go over ground. And then if you want to, go with Gunvor and make sure that they don't get into too much trouble.
No one expects the Axe Inquisition.
Yes, I better go.
All right, so 3 are going to the Grey Wolves and 1 is going into the tunnel? Are we splitting up 2 and 2?
No, Folk and
I'll go
Gunvor, are going in the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Gunvor.
That way one of us is not alone.
Right. I mean, in no scenario would I ever be left alone. So
Right.
I feel like that's how you ended up in this clan, is somebody left you alone.
yes, and I never want to repeat that experience.
And we picked you up, and so now you just have a buddy system.
Yeah, someone's always managing me.
Yes.
Oh,
I love
gosh.
this character.
So I'm following Renhilder around, and we're talking about the soothsayer on our way, and we're saying, okay, so we're just going to go normally, and if she asks us what our names are, we're going to give her different names this time, right? Because last time, she didn't see you. Even better. I'll just hide behind you. I can hide behind you, and then I hunch a lot.
Yeah, how does that look?
I'm it's perfect. It just looks like he has extra arms. She has extra arms. It's easy.
How tall are you?
So tall.
Your descriptor in the beginning was something about you being a giant.
I'm a gentle
a
giant.
A gentle giant. That's right.
Gentle giant.
I love this visual then of you crouching behind.
Or we could do this tactic. I've never tried this tactic before because no one's been willing to do it with me. But we could go as extremely tall Viking.
Do you have the garment?
It's just a cloak. I could take my old tarp.
Please try that.
Extremely tall Viking?
I'm not there to weigh in on this plan, but Kristen would like to see it happen.
Renhilder, extremely tall Viking?
Oh, I'm not in the tunnel.
No, I know. I'm going with you.
Oh, you're coming with. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I got confused about who was walking with me. Oh, Lord
Extremely tall
mercy.
Viking would importantly not work in the tunnel.
Right.
Well, that's why I was like, see how that's helpful. Got it now. This all makes so much more sense.
Helpful.
Does it? Does it?
Although now I really want to try really tall in the. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Let's see the tarp.
Okay, it's an extremely large tarp that I use to cover projects that I'm not done with.
I mean, the problem here, Brynjar, is that one of us has to sell this.
And it'll be you, because you'll be on top.
You've met me, right?
Yeah, you're one of my closest friends.
That's very sweet. I don't love other people.
Well, you'll be extremely high up.
It's not a bad point.
We could be extremely tall, silent Viking.
You've already been cursed by their soothsayer. I suppose it can't get much worse. Famous last words. So let's do it.
Oh no, it could get so much worse.
I just don't change my mind, Brynjar.
Okay.
Don't change my
All right.
mind.
So we cut to, both of us in extremely tall Viking mode, which is of course Runilder up on my shoulders. It's like an 8-foot tall person now at this point, I suppose. And like oversized cloak and stuff like that. Tied at the back with just some string and clanking, because obviously I have blacksmith tools on, so we're clanking. And I'm whispering to him, okay, so if she's an average soothsayer, she's only going to get a boost of 1 when she tries soothsaying. But if she's a good, fine, superior, or master soothsayer, that's a really good type of soothsayer. So what we want to do is try to figure out what rank of soothsayer she is, and that'll affect how much we want to bring her to our side.
Really thought this through, Brynjar. I'm proud of you.
I think about tools a lot.
And let's think about this soothsayer as a tool. With a body around. Great.
He's just calling the soothsayer a tool.
That is what happened.
Yep.
And
Through and through.
Ragnhildur is not the most comfortable with it, but like,
Well, I mean, for example, I am a fine blacksmith. I wouldn't call myself superior or master at this point. Maybe someday. But I'm definitely better than good, and I've never been average in my life.
So wait, what kind of a tracker would you say I am, Brynjar?
You?
Yeah.
I've never seen you track.
Aha! So I'm a master because you've never caught me.
Oh my god, you're so right. Yes, you must be a master because I've never seen you do it.
This is great. Let's figure out the ranking of this soothsayer. I like this game.
You could be tracking right now. I would have no idea. And not just because I can't see anything because I'm under this cloak.
I really need like a proper understanding of your physical shape as 2 bodies stacked on top.
I would call it an isosceles triangle.
Okay.
Because like I'm coming down like a Christmas tree shape, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah. Because clearly there's like another set of limbs here, and then like another, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that we're all just like,
I don't know how to properly process this
I don't
image.
know. Sure.
Extremely tall, silent Viking.
Yes. Oh, all right. And you're going with silent.
I mean, unless
are we-
absolutely, we will be a mostly silent, extremely tall Viking.
Extremely tall, reticent Viking.
Yeah. It's like gruff,
That's menacing. Like you're
exactly
there to,
it.
There you
like,
go.
you're the
It's on
muscle.
purpose. Yeah.
I love that.
And we're huge.
Yeah, very well thought out.
Thank goodness agility is my specialization skill, because otherwise I truly don't know how long I would be able to stay on your shoulders.
I have very high strength too, so I can actually hold
That's
legs.
great.
So yeah, no, I mean, one of my
Oddly,
highest-
this is a good plan, it turns out.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Oops.
So I guess I need some kind of like I need to know how well this is truly pulled off.
Yeah.
Because like sure, y'all can get on top of each other's shoulders and like wrap a tarp around. But like you have to be able to walk. Ragnhildur still has to be able to sit, like, be upright as a head and tiny arms that don't even reach her knees.
Right, to make me roll again, aren't you?
So
Raptor.
Very intimidating T-Rex Viking.
Okay, so
Yes.
I think B is calling for a roll then. Is that right?
Oh boy.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna roll dexterity to pull, or athletics actually, to pull this off.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've got to. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this fortitude instead because I just have to be tough in order to pull this off.
Solid base. That's
And just
right.
solid.
Base.
Because it's not really dexterity for me. So I'm actually specialized in fortitude, which means I get to roll twice. So
Nice.
finally, that's not cheating.
Like
So-
when I did it.
Or when I did it earlier.
To be
So
fair,
I'm
you
rolling
didn't roll
twice.
twice. You rolled 4 times.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
In my defense, I cheated twice.
Pranks, you click that button so many times.
So I'll take the higher, which is 7, plus 5 for my ranking. So 12 is what I got.
It was a 15.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, should we see how my do I need to roll from the top end?
What the
All right,
heck?
I'll be rolling agility, which is also my specialization. So let's see what we end up with. All right, so my high's a 19.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Okay,
So I fall off gracefully.
the top half looks great, but like, Brynjar, you cannot walk straight. I don't think you cut out eye holes in this tarp.
I absolutely did not. No.
Um,
You always forget one thing.
That's true.
very important.
Yeah.
It's starting to get a little hot to breathe. Like, is this tarp plastic? Like, I'm picturing like a.
I don't think we had plastic. I'm pretty sure it's just animal skin.
That's so true.
It's just
Oh,
a
that's
very heavy animal leather, which is
Yeah.
not
A bear.
better.
It's like bear skin.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're having a hard time breathing, friend.
Yeah.
And you're just like stumbling
You're barely
forward.
hanging on.
So like I'm walking very awkwardly, but the Viking on top is actually doing an amazing job, like swinging into the like rocking.
Okay, pause. What happened?
I just love the idea that with that 19, like you are rocking back and forth, but the top half of this gruff, very tall Viking is just not moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that got it back, V.
There we
V.
go. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, so like just like bottom half, like very loose hips, but a very solid upper body.
Yeah. You look at the top and you believe it. You're like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
clearly
yeah.
a very tall woman. Mhm.
Oh my gosh, infinite screens.
I clicking buttons. I'm clicking all the buttons. Pranks. I'm pulling one of you.
Hey, that's it. Whatever you just clicked looks like it worked.
There we go.
I clicked a
I
few
love
and then
it.
it worked, and then I clicked more and then it got worse, and then I clicked more and it got better.
I think it might have been like minimizing stuff.
Oh, I know what the issue was.
Oh no, I know.
Oh, B is aware.
All right, this camp that the two of you have infiltrated as this silent, stoic, stumbling giant, despite your inability to walk in a straight line, nobody really notices.
Well, because
Everybody
they're drinking, right?
is drinking, running around, and there's a little bit of chaos happening.
Oh no.
Oh.
Let's roll over to the tunnel.
Let's find out why the chaos is happening.
Why?
speak.
What? It could not be
God.
us.
Oh no.
No.
How was your trip in the tunnel? Did you find any worms, a couple of bugs, maybe like the odd skeleton? Did you bring
Yeah,
any
probably.
light?
We definitely pass
Yes,
a
I did.
skeleton.
Yeah.
I want to say that's just, as you see us from the side, the camera sees us from the side crawling through. Definitely a skeleton we pass by, probably a dinosaur of some
Oh yeah.
sort.
Oh yeah. Some giant ribs.
Yep. T-Rex with the teeny arms.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I did definitely bring a lantern, because why wouldn't I after I keep telling them to bring one?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
I imagined that you ran in first. However, I'm happy to go first. It just seemed like when you said to the tunnel, like there was just going to be no stopping that amazing energy.
Oh yeah, I could probably grab a lantern with me.
Yes. Perfect.
I
Minimizing
am not
roll
if
20.
I feel like I'm well versed in grabbing things as I go. But yeah, if you wanted to lead the tunnel, you could
Sure.
as well. Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
You can pass.
Lead.
You can pass the light up to me, and I'll
Yes.
hold it in front of me, and crawl with one hand, lighting our way. Yes. And then, do we have? So I'll just ask you while we're in tunnel. Do we have a plan for what we're gonna say to the soothsayer?
Well, in the past, I've said, you look like you'd be good for our clan, want to join our clan, and that's usually how I end up getting married.
Mhm.
So, I guess I'm getting a new spouse?
You're taking another step. You're gonna marry the soothsayer as well.
Well, I mean, yes.
Okay.
I
Okay.
probably should check in with my other spouses.
How many other spouses do you have? I feel like I've only met 4, maybe 5. 4.
And now you can see there's like a head count going and like trying to do some mental math
Ah,
of the number of raids I've done.
fair.
And there's a very awkward silence.
You know what? Numbers aren't important. We'll just talk to the soothsayer. You can marry them, and they'll join our clan. Take away
Wait.
the curse.
I don't have to marry the soothsayer?
No, I suppose someone else could marry them.
That makes so much more sense now.
I think then the two of you are able to scramble to a shield that has been smushed in place where there would otherwise be an exit to this tunnel.
Okay. We've hit, I suppose, a door or a barrier. Folk knocks. We should be polite, correct? We should knock in case. I'm gonna knock.
Okay.
Okay.
We knock.
I could always break it down with my axe here.
Yes, but we should try politeness first. They're our guests.
True.
Hello? Who's there?
Oh, hello. We're just here to discuss the curse.
Have you
Your
brought
future
that boy
spouse?
back?
No.
Oh. I heard spouse. I'm always willing to get married.
Oh, yes. We're also here with a very attractive marriage proposal.
Are you
Could we
trying to
come
remove
in?
the curse? I don't know how to. Let me open. And you hear like some dirt being like pushed off of the shield, some kicking, maybe like a bit of a broom sound. And she's got to like properly dust it off. It takes a little bit of time. You can hear the crackling of your torch underneath, but then she is eventually able to pull that shield out, all while complaining about her poor aching back the whole entire time. Where's that young man? The one with the beard that was poorly done.
The one
Oh.
you cursed?
Yes! I cursed the whole clan, didn't I? I think I used the right magic. She pulls out a couple of bags and starts to sniff them. I think. Yeah, no, the curse. What? Look! And she gestures towards the axe inside of its case. And it has been shattered. Your folks clearly broke this. I would love if you could bring that boy back so we can arrest him. I mean, we arrest by murder, but it's all the same.
Wait.
Oh no, he would have done no such thing. He values weapons. He crafts them. He wouldn't have broken something.
But he was cursed. You saw the curse. I put the curse on him.
Yes, and we were hoping you could maybe remove the curse.
I've
But
never
did
had
you
to
see
do
him
that.
break it and then you cursed him?
No, I mean, I went out for a smoke break and I came back and it was broken. This is a 1,000-year-old axe.
So you curse someone without checking to see if they actually did the deed?
That's how curses work. You understand quite well. Are you the one who'd like to marry me? I've only been married 12 times.
Yes, they are, and
Sure.
they are a fantastic spouse.
I have curses
Yes,
for...
Muffy can attest to it.
Who?
Muffy,
Is
my
that...
spouse.
I'm gonna be looking for a specific curse, I think. And she goes
Oh no,
back to her
no,
bag.
removing curses.
Yes, removing
Also, when did
curses.
the axe shatter?
Sometime, maybe like an hour, maybe like an hour ago. Time is hard when you live in a tent.
Well, Brenhard, the one you cursed, he's the best blacksmith.
Are you sure? He was all
Yes.
shoulders. He had no legs.
He is
Upside down triangle gentleman.
he's an amazing blacksmith, and maybe he could come look at it and possibly fix it, and then you could remove the curse.
If he can't fix it, though, we will have to arrest him. It's how curses work. You arrest those who've done bad things. Whether they were around or not, it's how curses work.
Or you could become our clan soothsayer, and then you wouldn't want to curse us
True.
anymore.
But we would help you curse others. We like others to be cursed. Many others.
I've got a lot of them. Look at these bags. And she, like, gestures towards, like, her belt of bags.
They are lovely, strong-looking curses. And we can try to fix the Shattered Axe. You could marry into our clan, and then we would help you curse many people. We love a good curse here. Just not on us.
I mean...
Yes. I curse all the time. I curse as bad as the next Viking.
True.
I think we'll make a good couple. I might die in a couple of years. I've used a couple of life spells to get me this far. I've got a lot of belongings, though, as long as you can give them to all of my children. That's really all I ask in a partner now.
And you look like you've lived a good long life. I mean, you must be 25, 26. So...
I've never learned to count. I think that's a compliment. Thank you.
Oh, it is. Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you want to fix our very sacred special axe?
Of course, I don't believe anyone in our clan is responsible for breaking it, but as a gesture and as part of our marriage proposal, then yes, allow our blacksmith to at least take a look at it. As I mentioned, he's very talented.
I'm
lean
keeping my
into
eyes on him.
And I say, are you sure you don't want to marry her?
I think she's into you, but we can discuss who gets to marry her later. Let's just get the curse removed.
Well, I'll wait here on my tree stump, counting my ashes. If you would like to bring your blacksmith, I'll be waiting.
Thank you. We will go and get him right away.
And then we cut to extremely tall and reticent Viking, and I'm saying, like, left, right, quietly under my breath. I don't know what Runhilder's doing up there, but
How's she
Just
doing?
have the scowliest of scowls because I am clenching my core so hard to stay on this. Oh.
and every so often we stop, and I need Runhilder to, like, twist her torso so I know where to go next because I can't see anything.
It's horrible. Anybody outside, you are an abomination.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
I mean, I just need to I need to find the shortest path to that axe hunt because the longer we have to be giant, grouchy Viking, the more chance for disaster.
I think this is going really well, don't you? Left, right, left.
Give me one more roll just to
You got it.
succeed, or whether or not you can actually make it as one
You
giant.
got it.
This time I am going to spend grit. I've learned the lesson of hubris. And what's the difficulty here?
It is... Oof.
I think you said 12 last time?
Yeah, let's go with the 12.
Okay, so if I spend grit, I can lower that. So what's the lower range?
I just closed it.
I think it's 5 to 9 is
5
the
to
next
9.
lower one down.
Let's just go with a nice old 7. Yes! Oh my gosh, where did you get this burst of energy from?
Whoa, nice.
I assume it's all the complaining I've been doing.
Look at
Oh,
that.
we finally look a little bit less like something from a horror movie.
Wow.
People are buying it now.
Human Centipede Viking edition has ended.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, it's so hard same.
Woof. Okay, yeah, the two of you then are able to straight back, comfortable with that really, really intense expression upon your face. Duck and enter.
I want to use my incredible success to make sure that we look cool and competent as we enter the tent, not how we normally look.
Okay, so what are you changing then? Because I need to visualize something brand new now.
We're entering the tent with the sun to our back, so we have this amazing silhouette that looks like a Christmas tree, like a walking Christmas tree, and it looks really awesome. It would be great if like an eagle would go by to like scream as we enter the tent. I mean, don't put yourself out or anything, but that would be awesome.
Isn't it like technically like a falcon scream that you often
Sure.
hear on that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the stock Foley noise is for bird of prey, I would love if that would go off.
Caw. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Governor and folk. I mean, OG lady, she falls back a little bit on her tree stump because she has never witnessed a sight as majestic as this.
If you have.
How do your two companions respond?
I was just looking up. It's like,
Do either of you know about Extremely Tall Silent Viking? Like, we've probably talked about it, but we've never pulled it off before.
We for sure have sat around in the mead hall getting drunk, discussing how many of us, what combination would be the right height. But yes, I agree. We haven't seen this executed in real life, so I think it's a bit of a shock, at least for folk.
oh, it's definitely a bit of a shock for Gunver as well. Just sort of like, Rex, is that you?
Brynjar like kneels down, and that makes it look like the Extremely Tall Viking is bowing.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
The soothsayer is also in here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is
Okay, just
shook.
making sure. That's why I didn't respond and just growled.
Okay, yeah. She's impressed. I mean, let's be real. The angrier you are, the more impressed the Viking is going to be.
Right.
Who-
Also, Vikings historically, are terrified of giants anyway. So, we're like a mythical, legendary beast stomping into the tent right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
she's gonna clutch her heart again.
Oh,
Oh no, are we gonna kill the
kill
soothsayer?
her.
I don't want that.
On the upside, if it's a concentration curse, he'll be fine.
I guess so.
Fair point.
Welcome.
I don't think it's a real curse. I'm pretty sure she just put glitter on me. Which will not help if she dies. I'll just be stuck with glitter on me.
For life. It's never going away.
It's
I
yeah,
mean,
ever.
Ever.
Yep.
Where's Brynjar? We need Brynjar to fix the axe.
Who are
That's why we
these-
got cursed.
Who have you brought into my tent? This sacred tent of the Great Wolf Axe?
I poke upwards.
You bring demons in here? My
No,
heart
no.
is not going to last much longer.
No, I'm poking my friend under the cloak.
No, we would never bring a demon.
The torso says, "You're supposed to do the talking now."
Do we hear this?
Probably.
beg to
Certainly.
differ?
It's a stage whisper.
Have you brought demons into our camp? We will not stand for this. You break our axe and then you bring demons? What would you like to do?
noticing the broken axe for the first time, Ragnhildur will. I guess since that last roll was a little better, I don't have to clench the core quite so tightly. So with the bit of breath that I can now actually take, I'll say, our clan is mighty and grows tall and strong. Also, we didn't break that axe, but tell me more.
The instant you say break that axe, you tumble off of me because
Oh.
I throw the cloak off of me and I say, "It's broken!" and I rush towards it.
You, child who have been cursed by the darkest stars
You
of
keep
the
calling
sky.
me child. I'm like 20 years old.
You have no gray yet. You're a child. Look at, I'm all gray. All of me. I didn't start off as gray.
You know, lady, you know how I maintain this hair color? I don't go outside, so consider yourself special.
You need an apple.
Tunnels only for this guy.
She's gonna look over at the rest of the party. Is this the individual you brought? I worry about his sanity.
He's
Well-
very good at what he does.
We all worry about
very-
his sanity, but he is an excellent blacksmith.
Very, very good.
Huh. You've
This
clearly never
axe
been attacked by
made by
birds
him.
and had to jump into a tunnel in order to shake the trail.
Brynjar.
Everything was going
Brynjar.
fine until
Brynjar.
the moles found me.
Brynjar.
But that's a different story.
Brynjar,
Yeah.
Brynjar, maybe
Yeah.
just look at the axe, Brynjar. Can you fix it?
It's extremely broken. This isn't even an average axe. It's a below average axe now.
I'm gonna need you not to insult the axe.
Well, I'm sure it was. Well, in fact, I know it was a very fine axe before.
And someone with skills such as yourself could certainly make it a fine axe again.
Maybe I am too cursed to fix the axe. Maybe I have too many purple allergens on me. And maybe Brynjar doesn't want to always fix the things that are broken. Maybe people shouldn't be making fun of Brynjar's tunnels.
Brynjar.
I didn't make fun of your tunnels. Your
It was an
tunnels are pretty
excellent
good.
tunnel. We crawled through it. It was very well done.
It's very
We
comfortable.
all complimented your tunnel. I
true.
complimented your tunnel. Not the execution thereafter, but I complimented the tunnel.
The tunnel itself is solid.
I mean, it's always, my theory is always great. It's the execution that's the problem.
The tunnel
usually.
is very nice and spacious, enough room for me and my axes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, what do you want me to do?
Well,
Can you
fix the axe.
Yes. Could you examine the axe and perhaps tell us if it can be fixed?
Can we do a normal-sized Viking huddle?
We can do a normal size Viking huddle.
Yes.
Yes.
One
Absolutely.
moment.
I look
While we
significantly at the soothsayer, trying to make sure she's not listening.
She's hovering, but not listening.
Okay.
right,
I'm going to
pretend.
actually try to whisper, and I'm going to say, just so you know, if we don't fix the axe, that gets rid of one threat to our clan.
I think, though, that if we don't fix it and we don't prove that we didn't break it, it may get rid of that threat, but add the whole of the Grey Wolf clan as a threat. So
Apparently, they're gonna arrest you by murdering you.
Yeah. We don't
That's,
want
what?
them to panic, though.
That's not how due process works.
felt like not the thing to say to this nervous Nancy down here.
Sorry.
No, it's fine, buddy. I always expect the worst, so.
That's a fair point.
I just wanted to add to the stakes that if
No,
we
I
don't
just
fix
it's
it.
okay.
I-
It does
I-
make it more exciting.
I do see.
What
that
if I
makes a
fix
point.
it? What if I fix it and I make it dull so it can't harm us, but it looks like it's fixed?
Did anyone else just start hearing that music?
Yeah.
It's
I
intense
did too.
now. We're
That's
towards the
amazing.
end, so things are gonna get intense.
Oh. I was like, did I do something? I touched a key.
It's the curse!
It's the curse.
Just lost my mind, y'all.
Yeah, I full on thought I was only hearing music, and
Yeah, I think we all at the same time.
I should have said something beforehand, but I really wanted, like,
Nope.
y'all were doing a wonderful favor. I'm just gonna slide that in.
It's
I
great.
like it.
It's
I'm
great.
here for it.
okay, I can
on.
fix it for real. I can
Okay.
fix it and make it look like it's fixed, but it's actually broken. Or we can just get out of here now, and I can live in disguise for the rest of my life, which I've already prepared to do anyway.
No.
No.
I think that you should fix it if you can, and then we will have
I
the
can.
soothsayer. Well, of course you can. Of course you can. You're amazing.
I'll marry the soothsayer.
We'll have a marriage, and then the soothsayer. Yeah, Gunvor and the soothsayer are going to get married. There's some chemistry there.
Congratulations again.
Yeah, so we'll have a
Thank you.
Lucky
wedding.
number 13. Good for you.
And then the soothsayer will remove the curse, and we can
Okay.
help them curse all of our enemies.
Ooh, I
And
like
then
that.
the axe
I like
will
that.
be a wedding gift.
Brynjar likes that a lot.
And then the axe will belong to our clan.
Okay, I'm on board.
Okay.
And then Brynjar rolls up his sleeves and he says, "But if I'm going to pull this off, I will probably need help from the rest of you because
Of course.
let's just say that getting here took a lot out of me."
We saw,
Yes.
but you pulled it off.
Yeah.
You pulled off tall, giant, silent Viking.
And maybe next time I go outside, I won't have to be under a cloak where I can't see anything. But no promises.
Oh, okay. No, we don't want to push you too much. Just
Yeah.
one thing at a time.
Okay, so
Feels
here,
relevant to
Brynjar
point
immediately
out that
like
it was your idea. It's just it wasn't anyway.
Brynjar spreads out all of his tools like a doctor would. Like he's just got a whole bunch of stuff there, and then he turns to and he like looks at all of his friends. He says, "Which one of you is the strongest of arm?"
Probably. Right?
Yep, I got that. Well, how would I know if I'm strongest of all?
Like on a hypothetical scale of like 1 to 3, which one of you?
Well, I guess
hypothetically, I would be a 2.
Okay.
I'd be a 3.
Oh, a 3. I've heard that 3 is more than 2.
I've also heard this.
Okay.
The soothsayer is baffled by this conversation. Doesn't know how to count.
They are. She's so lost. So lost now.
So, so not Folk then. Gunvor, I need you to hold the axe head really, really tightly because we're going to need to screw it on really, really hard. And you're going to take most of the brunt of me hammering directly into this. Okay?
I'm ready
and
for
then-
the hammering.
Great. Okay. And now, Runyilder, I need you to find as many stones that look like this. And then he holds up like a whole bunch of shattered rocks and says, just collect as many of these as you possibly can. Make sure they're as shiny as possible. Shininess is the most important quality to making mystical axes that, heal the rift between 2 warring villages and also cause a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You're asking me to find metal?
yes.
Got it.
I didn't
And
pick
then-
that up. That was so great.
Track the metal.
And then Folk, what I need you to do is monitor my my flame with your senses and make sure that it's not getting too hot.
Okay.
As soon as it gets too hot, and you'll know because the flame is, and then I tell you like a color or
Sure.
an intensity. As soon as it gets past that, it's going to become too hot, and the hammer will become, or the axe will become brittle. We don't
Okay.
want it to shatter when I'm hitting it because it's already been shattered. We need it
Right.
to be at the exact right temperature and consistency. And then, let's see, Brynjar, you definitely aren't having a nervous breakdown right now, so you're going to do great.
Yes.
Um,
Brynjar, you are going to do great.
Oh, you can
Yes.
hear that. Oh, I said that aloud. Oh, okay. So I guess this is like one of those things that I read about called this is prank sucking, not Brynjar. One of those things I read about called the challenge thing, or a challenge roll where we try to get X number of successes amongst the team. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So that, I guess that's up to B. They can set like whatever they want as far as number of successes and.
Oh gosh, but there's 4 of you working on this.
Yep.
Yep.
This is a big deal, y'all. I'm gonna
It
need
is.
3 successes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
And then
fair.
what's the difficulty or DL difficulty level?
Let me double check my wonderful GM chart. This is
Yeah.
a daunting task. I'm gonna need at
think
least.
so.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, it's the end, and not that I don't want you to fail, but I also love to set the bar
Sure.
really
Yeah.
high. It's extreme. I need a 22.
Woo!
Nice.
Okay.
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 So we should pull in all of our grit, all of our storytelling elements, anything we can do to.
How much grit
Yeah.
do I have?
We all start with 2.
Mhm.
Oh.
I spent my grit walking over here as extremely tall Vikings.
That's okay. I think we can assist, and we'll.
Well, I don't think you can assist, right? Because everybody needs to roll their
Oh,
own
right,
thing.
right.
Okay.
Is that
so
right? I
can
mean, I don't
expend
know.
my
Well,
two grit.
you're right because you probably don't want to assist if you're going to use it for your own roll, so that we get the
Yeah.
successes. That makes sense.
Well, I've only got 1 left, so I can assist someone because I used 1 to help Pranks. with
Okay,
the tunnel,
perfect.
To
Since
help
you need-
Brynjar with the tunnel.
Okay.
I can use both of my points to reduce my DL by 1.
Nice.
Okay.
So I need to hit a 21.
It'll
I'll
put it
use
to,
my-
Sorry, for the governor, if you're reducing it entirely, so instead of 22 from extreme, it's going to be daunting. So it's just going to be a 17.
Okay, so that's only true for Gunvor, though, right?
Yeah, only true for them.
Okay, but
I
in my case,
will-
I'm going to use my heroic quality of workmanship and have the same effect because I don't have any grit to spend, but this is literally my job. So thankfully, I can make this go down to 17.
What about
But I-
Ragnhilder? Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Folk, because I think you might answer the question that I'm about to ask.
I was going to say you can use your 1 grit, since you don't have 2 to lower the difficulty level, you can use 1 to help Pranks with, to assist.
Yes, that is exactly what I was. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to make sure I could do. So I will, since I've only got the 1, I will also help Pranks and just
Yeah.
make it like we have to do all of this and then just make it as easy as possible. We're gonna find perfectly fitting metal shards, and Gunver is gonna hold the crap out of that axe. And I kind of have forgotten what Folk is doing. I'm really sorry.
Folk is focusing on the intensity
And
of the flame.
fire.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
intensity of
right,
flame.
just the
Yeah,
right.
monitoring
So
the-
we'll.
Yeah.
So I will use my last remaining grit to yet again reduce Brynjar's
Okay.
difficulty.
So it goes down from 17 to what?
22 to. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, 22 to 17. It was dropped from 22.
Oh, but I also used my heroic qualities to reduce it further, so it's going down 2 levels. Because I have workmanship, and then
Yep.
Dang. 12.
Renhilder's also assisting me. So
Give
Yeah.
me a 12. That's
All
all I
right.
need.
12.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I still have to get my 22 because I didn't have anything to reduce
Right.
mine.
What
And
does
then-
using heroic qualities do? Because I am strength, so
nice. You can probably reduce even more then, right?
You can reduce yours by 1 if you use your storytelling elements like your heroic quality. It reduces the difficulty level by 1. And then also be real quick, and you probably already know this, so sorry if you do. But one person can get multiple successes, right? So because Pranks is so low, if he rolls like 2 higher on the difficulty level, then he gets 2 successes.
That's really cool. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I love this system.
Again,
You
sorry
wanna,
if I
you want
went
to add more
explain it.
successes?
Thank you.
You want to add more successes to the challenge, Bee?
We're good. I think
Okay.
Brynjar has
All right.
crafted many an axe. Maybe never with help. It's probably the help that is the most difficult
Sure.
part for him.
Mhm. People don't tend to stick around this long when I'm crafting things.
No. Wonder
Yeah,
why.
I don't know why.
Can't imagine why.
Me
Yeah.
either.
Okay, so like in
All right.
sequence then, first, Renhilder has to find the stuff, right?
Oh boy. Okay, and mine's still up at a 22. So here we
Yeah,
go.
it is.
I'm using survival, I think, since I'm going hunting for things.
Yeah.
They just happen to be inanimate metallic things, but there you go. So that one's not bad. It's gonna be a +4. Let's see.
Oh, so heckin' close.
Oh, of course.
What do you find that's shiny but not quite what you were supposed
Yeah,
to?
I think I
Yeah.
find like shiny river rocks, and they're like appropriately
Love it.
shaped, but the axe is now gonna be like half stone, half metal, which
So-
is not terrible, but not great.
So you like pile it into my hands, and then I open my mouth, I close it, and then just pat you on the shoulder.
That's right. I know that it's not metal, but I also assume that it will be just as good.
Okay.
For blacksmith
So
it is.
then I
Right.
guess
Right.
we can roll you two together, right? And then me last to see how it actually turns out. Does that make sense, B?
That tracks absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
So
Governor,
our strong friend.
gotta hold down that hilt.
Govna.
yes.
So we're
s-
looking for a 17 or higher.
okay, so then I'm gonna roll with my strength and I guess.
And what do you add to that?
So body. I feel like either fortitude or athletics works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you think
They both
fits
are the same
best.
modifier, but I'm just trying to. I'm gonna say fortitude
I'm a
to
sucker
kind of
for
just
that.
hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With my strength and everything. So, okay, so that would be a floor 4 added to the roll. Oh no!
Did we miss it by 1 again?
Wow.
Again.
Wow.
Oh man, Folk and Brynjar, it's on y'all.
No pressure.
Wait, so here's the question. With strength, I reduce my difficulty level by 1 because of my heroic qualities.
Right.
But I also use my grit to reduce it once more.
Oh.
Oh, so it should be 12 then, right?
That is a pass.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
how it was.
All right.
Works.
Yes.
Woo!
You held
Yay,
on
we got-
tight.
Okay.
Yes, I held on as I got hammered hard.
All right, hammer time.
There's that PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Well, no, I did get,
You
the
did.
hammering.
you did. Okay, so we have a success. That's fantastic.
You got
So
one.
I'm using keen senses, so that lowers it by 1,
Okay. Perfect.
and then I'll use my grit to lower the difficulty level again.
Nice. Y'all are so good at this.
I was not good at this.
So I don't add anything. I just roll straight.
Well, in your defense, we did have you go hunting for something that you're not really.
Yeah.
It's not it's an inanimate object, yeah. Not really your forte.
Okay.
That is a pass, though.
That's
We
a
needed a
pass.
12. Ooh,
2.
so what does that even look like? Like, how are you able to, like, the fire? Like, what is your contribution to keeping that stoked, to keeping it the right temperature?
Right. I think that as he's using the fire, I'm just honed in. So I think it's kind of like almost like a tunnel vision. Not like magic or anything, just like yeah, exactly. Tunnel vision of just watching and talking with him the whole time about the shade of the flame and everything about it, so that he knows exactly what that looks like, so that he can adjust as needed.
Nice. Well then.
Cool. Okay.
Brynjar?
Now, no pressure. So I'm looking for. Ranhilter kindly reduced the difficulty by 1 for me, which takes down to 17, and then I'm also using workmanship, which takes me down to 12. So, and I have a plus. So I'm using my intellect and my craft ability. So it's a +5.
Oh, you've got this. I mean, I say this and watch you fail, but you got
You say this, yeah.
I'm so nervous.
And
There
I'm
is
just
a
rolling.
marriage. I mean, there's also literally the what? No, you have to add something to that, right? It's not just a 5.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. Oh my. Oh, this is the end of our clan.
No,
No,
marriage.
it's okay. The
We have an
marriage-
alternative plan, y'all. Marriage is gonna save us.
Oh,
I
right,
guess
right,
I'm
right,
gonna
right.
have to marry the soothsayer now.
So what does the final result of this stone axe?
I mean, let's be honest. The failed roll might have been Brynjar's, but I'm the one that brought stone to a metal party.
So, I mean, it was a team failure. So,
Yeah.
what happens
was.
is there used to be this amazing, beautiful stonework on the original axe, which was this like demon face that looked really, really cool. It was actually a wolf, right? Because they're the gray wolves. So it looked like Fenrir, and it looked really cool. But instead, the version that came out is this like child scribble doggy face. That's like a stick figure with like a sad smiley face on the doggy's face.
Yeah.
When the soothsayer lays eyes upon this abomination, she lets out a shriek that rings all throughout the camp. You can hear the sounds of the Vikings, the sounds of the warriors as they're starting to rush towards this tent. Their soothsayer is in danger. What have you done?
Our best?
You're all arrested. We can't have this. That was our treasure. That was the prize of our entire clan, and now we're what? Puppies with eyes on the side of their head?
It's
Like,
a
no,
very
there's
cute
just-
puppy.
Magnilda's just slowly pushing her friends through the tunnel entrance.
Oh.
Slowly herding the 4 of us
What-
over that
Am
direction.
I still holding the
Folk-
axe as we go?
Folk will follow, but is saying, what about the marriage, though?
Yeah.
You're betrothed.
I can't marry anybody who's a part of a clan who can't make axes. What an embarrassment.
Oh. I'm gonna push Brynjar into the hole.
You know this.
Well, well, I
So
will-
that's a no on the marriage. thing?
It's lovely meeting you.
And I'm gonna push Gunver into the hole.
With the axe.
With the axe.
But I still have to curse you. Hold on. And she's just gonna
push Folk into the hole.
Okay.
start rummaging around in her bags.
And you join.
I hope you
gonna
have that
look
bear
around and-
skin. Hold up.
Yeah, so I take the tarp and I go, put it around my shoulders and go,
Perfect.
"Brrr," and jump into the hole.
We did great.
Oh, no, I do the thing where I like I growl and then I hold the bear skin up and then I jump in the hole and drop it so it looks like I disappeared except there's a hole there.
Oh.
It's a
now she
special
thinks we're
effect.
magic.
Yeah.
You could cover the hole with the bear skins. and
Oh,
fall
there you go.
over.
Even better. Yes, all of this.
She tries to throw her curse, but it just hits the bearskin. And from the distance, you hear,
Now we've got a glittery bear skin.
"You are cursed." for the purpose of this game, that is the North Sea Epilogues.
Oh my goodness.
We did great. We did a great job.
Genius.
We were
did
fantastic.
So good. We're so good at Viking.
We are. We
The
are good
wedding
at Viking.
crashers.
Sort of.
Like, you did something. I don't know.
We
if
did
it was-
things.
Yes.
I feel like that's a good summary. We did things.
Things were accomplished.
I have to, because it just popped up in the Twitch chat. I have to read the description of this game that just popped up because obviously we followed this description to a T. Ready the longboats and prepare to forge an exciting and epic saga. It gets so much better. Create heroes and set out to battle enemies, uncover mysteries, and my personal favorite, gain reputation. Well, we certainly have a reputation
We
now.
certainly have done
We
that.
did it.
We did it.
We
know,
did.
Vikinged.
What is our clan? What is it actually? Is it folk? Or is it like something like...
Did we never come up with a clan name?
Sure did not.
That's even better.
Yep. I think that's probably like the case too. Like no one's ever bothered to name this clan.
Nobody wants to be around that clan.
I
Look at what
can't imagine
happens.
why.
No.
This
Now we
can't
can-
be
Oh
the
my.
first celebration that ended in a mini war.
No, we just move and
Or
rename
wedding.
ourselves or don't
Yes.
name ourselves.
Yeah.
We just
Don't.
move along.
We're the shifty bunch.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. My goodness.
Oh, heck. Well, thank you everybody for joining this very informative one-shot of the Roll20 Indie Showcase playing the North Sea Epilogues. Once again, this was a game written and designed by Kristen and Tim Devine. Also, hello, Tim in chat. This was published by... I'm going to say it. Noelfield? Oh, I closed my tab. Garfield.
Garfield.
You were so
Garfield.
close. I mean,
It wasn't really that close, but thank you. And the North Sea. Oh gosh, and Renegade Game Studios.
Yeah.
Didn't even
You
have
got it.
notes up for that one. With that being said, my name is Bee Zelda. My pronouns are they, them. If you'd like to follow me or any of the wacky stuff that I do, because let me tell you, it's really just this. This is what I do. This is great. You can follow me on Twitter as @B_Zelda. And if y'all are so inclined, if this is your first time tuning in and you are not familiar, Roll20 hosts a Tiltify campaign where they donate money to Code 2040, and that just helps Black and Latinx folks do better and learn more. And hell yeah, we want to support something like that. With that being said, let's go around, give our goodbyes, and I love to do stars and wishes, but because we are very short on time, just give me your favorite moment. Let's start with Eugenio.
Hi, everybody. I'm Okenyo. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hands. You can follow me on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands. I'm the dungeon master and producer of an actual play D&D podcast called The Last Refuge. You can find us on Twitter at DND Last Refuge. We are in the middle of our 3rd anniversary giveaway, so you can win cool stuff if you check out our socials. So go check us out. What else? A couple of projects that I've got coming up have just been announced. I'm going to be playing in a stream of Harper's Tale with Mini Terrain Domains starting on October 20th and running every other Tuesday with a really awesome cast of folks. Goblin Katie, Dr. B, Stonefly Kai, and the Crafting Muse and I are all the players for that game. So a stellar cast. Very excited. Come check us out for that. And then the big announcement just happened yesterday. Gosh, has it already been a day? I'm the GM for the Into the Motherlands system that is being developed in concert with Twitch and lead developer B. Dave Walters and creative director
Yeah.
Tanya DePass.
Oh my gosh.
Really excited about that. We're creating a whole new sci-fi setting using the Cortex system, and we're going to be doing a 12-week campaign that I'll be leading starting October 4th and running on Sundays. So anyway, check out my Twitter and all the information is there. But yeah, come check me out. One of my favored moments had to be just growling at everyone in the Grey Wolf clan because I was clenching my core because of an unstable base. That base has got to be stable. I love it.
Yeah, your sound effects were wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Next, we have Miriam.
Hi everyone, I'm Mariam. You can find me on Twitter at media_junkie. I am one of the co-caretakers of Utopia TV, which is a for BIMPOC by BIMPOC channel where we do a lot of actual plays and panels and all that good stuff. I am also the GM of the Musafirs podcast, which is a South Asian fantasy. It was in D&D. We are moving to a new system, actual play podcast, and also part of Prism Pals. And I am writing that South Asian fantasy setting in which most of my games are based in, called Sarzamin. So yeah, you can Twitter is where you can find most of all that information. And my favorite moment has to be the being cursed the first time, and then while being cursed, going bless you.
I mean, there was a sneeze. She is a kind soothsayer.
It's true.
Heck. Gosh, let me look at my screen. Pranks.
Yeah, I'm Pranks Paul. You can find me on Twitter at RogueTailDR and on the podcast Never Tell Me the Pods, which is a nominally Star Wars. I say nominally Star Wars because we go off topic a lot. Discussion podcast, and then also the Autonomic podcast, which is a family-friendly podcast in an original fantasy setting that's Indo-Ecuadorian that I create with my good friend Kat Cool. And then as far as my favorite moment, I don't know. I just like had a blast throughout this. I really like the soothsayer character, not that menacing, just kind of throwing glitter and ashes at people. Just like a chill lady. So I really liked her.
Living her life, you know?
Yeah, she's just trying to live her life on a stump and not have her priceless relic destroyed by hooligans. So.
Priceless relic.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Heck. Last but not least, we have the wonderful Kristen.
Hi, I'm Kristen. You can find me on Twitter at Kristen is no Jedi. You can find games that my partner and I design, hack, and play at diceupgames.com. I'm a co-founder of the Roll to Play Network. One of our podcasts is Powered by the Players, which is at PBT Players. On Twitter, we play actual plays, one-shots, and mini campaigns of all your favorite PBTA games. And we feature a rotating, always diverse cast, which is really important to us, both on the network and for the show itself. And like I mentioned earlier, I played Dawn on Christmas Tide, Ohio, which is an actual play Kids on Bikes podcast, which is another fantastic system. And before my favorite moment, I just want to say thank you all for playing this game. My partner and I got into gaming because, well, for me personally, storytelling is such a passion. And so to see other people play something that I had a hand in designing and to be able to meet people for the first time and like bond over playing is so special to my heart. So thank you all. My favorite moment is a toss-up between all the marriage proposals and trying to figure out how many times the governor had been married and the giant silent Viking. Y'all were wonderful to play with. Thank you.
Oh, goodness. Well, then, thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody in chat, for watching. And have a great rest of your evening. Wave awkwardly.
Bye.